So I did a video a while back that actually proved to be one of my most successful videos I did on the channel, where I did a bit of a Krita tutorial on how to create like a basic overlay and stuff like that. But I want to expand a little more on it and kind of go in a little more in depth in how to create a Krita project from start to finish. So from the concept of the inception all the way to the end and final export. I'm not how long this video's gonna be, honestly, but let's get into it. If you're looking for a competent video editor, Sea Weasel Media can help. I have 14 plus years in video editing specifically for YouTube and online video. My calm, cool, and collected editing style isn't in your face, and even add a little bit of humor every once in a while. Head on my link in the description below to visit my Shopify page and explore affordable options for video editing. Okay, to start off, we're going to download and install Krita. So first, open up a browser window. Navigate to Krita.com or just search Krita in Google search. It should be the first result. The download button should be front and center on the home page. Click it and download the appropriate package for your operating system. If you're on Windows, it will be installer. For Mac OS, it is a disk image, and for Linux, please refer to your Linux distribution's package manager. Open up the installer and answer all the questions to install the program and let it install. Once the program is installed, open it up on the desktop or wherever you open up your software on your particular operating system. Alright, with Krita open, you're going to see a mostly blank screen. It will then bring up a whole bunch of options. Most of this is not pertinent to what we're doing today, so we're just going to start a custom project at 1920 by 1080. Alright, now that we're in the program proper, you're going to see a whole bunch of tools, a whole bunch of options, a whole bunch of stuff. We'll start to break them down real quick. To the right hand side, you have your layers, your brushes, as well as your color picker. To the top, you have your tool options, as well as to the left, you have your tools. When you open up a blank project in Krita, it will automatically create two layers. It will be a paint layer and a background layer. This background layer is locked by default, which means you cannot edit it. You can unlock it by clicking on the lock button by the layer options. Now, normally if I was creating an overlay in Krita, I would normally leave that background layer unchecked and invisible because we want that alpha layer behind it. But for right now, we're going to leave it open. So how we're going to start depends on how you want to do whatever you want to do in Krita. Do you want to draw something? You don't want to make a logo? You don't want to make a text? Anything. For the purposes of this video, we are going to create a very basic camera border using some basic tools that come with Krita. So we're going to select the square tool. And we're going to make sure the color that we want is red. On the canvas, just drag and create to the box, and it will create a red box for you. If you want to add a little extra flair to the box, you can go up to the brush tool on the top left corner of the screen, and you can brush on little splotches of blue or whatever color you want onto the box. For the purposes of this tutorial, we're not going to use that like that. We're actually going to do something a little different. We're going to go to our brush presets and select a different type of brush. We're going to draw the splotches again, but because we used a different brush than we did before, they look a lot different. This is very important in Krita because every tool is affected, or at least every tool that draws an image is affected by a brush preset. As demonstrated here, even the box tool is now different because of the brush that we were using. Pay attention to that. So we're going to hide that paint layer, and then we're going to create a new paint layer using the plus button at the bottom of your layers box. We're going to go for a blank slate for right now. We're going to select a different brush, and we're going to keep our color as to red. Draw a box using the square tool, and boom, we have a really nice looking base for a camera border. We're going to change the color of our color wheel to more of a blue color, and we're going to select the circle tool. Draw that circle onto the corner of the box, and we now have a very nice little flair to it. It actually looks really nice. This is as basic as it gets when it comes to drawing basic things in Krita. Now, I'm not qualified to draw like humanoids and stuff like that, but when it comes to rudimentary geometric shapes, I think I can do a pretty good job with it. Now we're going to now bring it into OBS to show you off a little bit. Also, don't forget to turn off that background layer so we have that transparency layer behind it. So before we can bring it into OBS, we're going to save this as 2 different files. We're going to save the first one as a CRAW file. CRAW files are just the basic project files that you use in Krita. They are also compatible with Photoshop as well. You can also bring Photoshop PSD files into Krita if you so wish. Now we're going to save this project again, but as a PNG format. Remember to make sure that the transparency option is available and is checked. If this is not checked, transparency will not render out into the final image. Bringing it into OBS. Boom. We have a solid little camera board that we can use for our stream. Alright, so that was a really short video. I didn't really expect it to be as short as it was, but hey, we will make do with it. So if you liked what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you didn't like it, well, whatever you do helps me, so thank you. And if you also like your videos edited and stuff like that, I also have a video editing business. Link for my Shopify page will also be in the description down below. I'll also, as I mentioned, I'll also link some resources for Krita and stuff that you can go for, like, for more add-ons and stuff like that, because Krita is really good at doing that. It's really great to have, like, all those add-ons and stuff like that to expand the functionality of the program. Those will also be down below. So thank you for joining us for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.